It's the Common Sense Investor coming at you with another video. And in this video, I want to answer some of the questions that we're having in the Discord. We're talking about the bonds and how it's connected to the debt and how the debt's connected to the new dilution that's going on and why it's good dilution, why you should not be afraid. Calm down. I'm going to explain everything as to why I believe AMC is about to have a run, and you will have a complete understanding as to why I believe that by the time this video is over with. So if you find value, please do the YouTube thing, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. But in the Discord, we were talking about the bonds. And Whimsy Chick asked, can you show me where the source of the last two times these bonds were due and we ran? Now, she's asking that question in relation to Chris's comment that when these bonds are due is when we seem to run. Now, I've been saying that for 3 months now, that I figured out the AMC hustle was in the bonds. All right, so we're talking about it here. And we come on down, and Chris says, yes, I'm still trying to locate the bonds for 2021. All right, and Whimsy Chick says again, well, our Overwatch says, I wonder if Al from Boston knows where they are. And so, Al, we think about you over here, but Chris says, man, fuck Al from Boston. I already know where they at. Just give me a few minutes. He's the research guy. And he says, okay, I found it. It was convertible bonds. They sold to Mudrick Capital, sold on June 1st, 2021. And I said, that is correct. Only it wasn't Mudrick. It was Silver Lake, I believe. Mudrick already had shares and sold before the run-up. They left and went to Highcroft, and then Adam Aaron followed them there, okay? Now, since this comment, I've done some research, and I found out that we're both right, okay? I was referring to the purchase of Mudrick when they gave $100 million to AMC, and they got some shares, and Chris is showing how they, 6 months later, they cashed the bonds in for shares, and Silver Lake did it also. Here's the receipts, okay? Silver Lake cashes out on AMC for $713 million after Reddit fueled. All right? Overwatch shared this with us, and here's the article. Buyout firm Silver Lake disclosed on Friday that it sold its stake in AMC Entertainment Holdings for $713 million this week, capitalizing on a tenfold rise in the price of the shares as traders organizing on social media platforms such as Reddit snapped them up. Now pay attention, because here it comes. The trade puts Silver Lake and its co-investors in the black following a $600 million convertible bond investment that the private equity firm made in AMC in 2018. All right? Convertible bond investment. What does that mean? That means they loaned AMC money. AMC agreed to pay them an interest payment, and at some time in the future, if Silver Lake wanted to change their AMC convertible bond into AMC shares, then they could do that. And it says here that that's exactly what they done. That when the stock price ran up in January to $20, well, let's finish the story. Silver Lake was able to convert the bonds into shares thanks to the rally pushing AMC stock above the bonds conversion price this week. But the shares ended trading at $19.90 on Wednesday as traders targeted heavily shorted stocks such as AMC and GameStop. Silver Lake sold its stake over several open market transactions that day according to regulatory findings. So what they done was, when the price ran up, they said, all right, we cashed in our bonds. And all the hype that was going on, me included, bought those shares that they traded. They no longer had a debt. They had shares, and they sold the shares, got their money back from loaning it to AMC, and they made a profit. That's what all this is about. Now, I want you to think about the Antara deal. Antara made a deal to loan AMC $100 million in exchange for this and that and so forth, or $240 million, something like that. 100 million were going to be in ape shares at 66 cents a share. And what happened? The price run up to $3 and something. All right. So they got the shares of AMC or ape at 66 cents or 68 cents. And then they run the price up and they cashed out just like you just saw Silver Lake did. What about Mudrick? In December of 2020, Mudrick loaned AMC $100 million. And in exchange for that, the AMC gave them shares of AMC, and they had the rest in convertible notes, meaning they would get the interest payment, but if the price was to ever run up, they could cash that convertible bond in for a share of AMC and sell it on the open market. That's when it ran to 72. Chris pointed out that Mudrick loaned them the money, got some shares, and in June 1st, they cashed in their bonds for shares of AMC, and then the price ran up. Come on, people. Y'all ain't seeing the pattern here? Every single time AMC, Adam Aaron, diluted, they cashed in their bonds for shares, and the price ran up every time. So, now we're at that stage again, all right? The bonds have come due. They get to make a choice what they're going to do. Now, the price has to go up to a certain amount for them to be able to cash in their bonds to be profitable, because they've loaned AMC money and they want their money back. And if they trade in AMC for AMC shares at a low price, they're not going to get the full value of what they've loaned AMC. So they convert the bonds, they run the price up, and then they cash out at a higher price, like you've seen Antara do. That's the most recent that everybody would be familiar with. How they ran it up from 66, 68 cents to over $3, and they all cashed out and became hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars in the end of it. All right. So that's the AMC hustle. That's the bonds. Now you can go ask your favorite YouTuber, or you can join the Discord and ask some of the people in there and me, when are these bonds due? When is all this supposed to take effect? When can we expect the price to rise? And I'll talk about that more in another video. With that, love y'all, and I'll see you then.